Hello everybody, I'm FIDAS, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm a musician, music producer and luthier based in Augsburg, Germany. Right, so let's dig in. Let's talk about the Giacomo Turra thing. In a nutshell, what happened? Denis Sapko, another YouTuber and very cool bass player, made a comparison clip between other people's solos and Giacomo Turra's solos, and he basically showed the world that Giacomo was ripping other people off, and he was not only playing their solos note for note, but also selling tabs and lead sheets and the music itself as his own, which is very bad. There's no way around it. This is thievery and should be condemned, period, or full stop. Now, quick disclaimer, I don't want to push this channel towards this hot takes reacting to kind of direction, even though I know it brings lots of follows and subscribes and all that good stuff. But the topic of this video ties in perfectly with the last one I did a couple of weeks ago, which was about perfection and self-deprecation. And until the end, you'll see why. Right. So before deciding to make this clip, I waited a couple of weeks, I would say, and I really wanted to get an informed opinion. So I watched lots of other clips. I watched Adam Neely's philosophical diatribe. I watched Rick Beato's clip about how he invited Giacomo in his studio. I watched Davey 504. Sorry, I made a list. I made a list because I cannot remember all the names. Sorry, guys. Leon Todd's, Scott from Scott's Bass Lessons, Alex Hutchings and Jack Gardner's, two of the guys who were ripped off, and and some other creators' clips. So, where should I start? I think what Rick Beato said about this whole thing sums it up perfectly. Basically, he was also fooled by the super polished production and apparent, virtuosity of this guy, and he invited him in the studio. Now, let's do like a small parenthesis here, right? So let's put ourselves in Giacomo's shoes. I don't want to do that, but for the sake of reasoning. So you're ripping other people's solos off, right? And then you publish them and you get lots of subscribers or followers or whatever it's called on Instagram. And you get pretty famous. People praise you, like, man, you're great, you're this, you're that. Even some press outlets, I presume mostly social media and whatnot, dubbed this guy as the Gen Z guitar hero. So I presume he started to believe his own hype and the hype other people, were creating around him. And he decided to go to Rick Beato's studio. Now, if you're not subscribed to Rick's both channels, he has two, Rick Beato and Rick Beato 2, please do it right now. Like, pause this one, go to Beato, subscribe to his channels. He's amazing. He's an encyclopedia of musical knowledge. And so I presume Giacomo thought he was about to get away with it, right? Get away with murder on Rick Beato's channel. If you don't know who Rick is, Rick is a guitar player and a music educator from the United States. And on his channel, he invited like the cream of the crop. He invited people like George Benson, Pat Metheny, David Gilmour, Brad Meldau. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on, like all the who's who of the guitar players pantheon, and huge musicians. And it's quite clear, and should be quite clear to anyone, that he knows what he's talking about. He's also a virtuoso guitar player, and yeah, I mean, the guy is amazing. So Giacomo decided to go to accept the invitation and go to Rick. And as Rick said, to his amazement, in the studio, he observed that Giacomo couldn't play. Easy. You know, that's the end of the story. In the end, he couldn't play. He was basically miming over like half tempo versions of the solos he was ripping off, and then he was he was doubling the speed of the video. So a lot of production, I would say, exactly like they were discussing on Scott's bass lessons channel. Scott's friend who was invited in the discussion. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. He said exactly that. Like, man, I wouldn't even imagine having to do as much production. I mean, it's easier to learn the part and play it than do all this super polished production. And yeah. So what Rick said is that he saw that Giacomo couldn't play, and decided not to publish the video and not to basically advertise for this guy, because of course, I mean, being invited on Rick's channel it's an honor. It should be an honor to any musician, anyways. So now let's take some other points of view. I enjoy greatly Adam Neely's videos, and I've been subscribed to him for many years now. And I like the highly philosophical approach he has. Usually, he researches the crap out of his videos, and he does like a complete overview of whatever topic he tackles. However, this time I think he kind of missed the mark, and I don't say this lightly. I mean, I really admire the guy, but so he started his video with this comparison with other acts, big and small, of people ripping other people off. He gave the quite famous example of Led Zeppelin. On Led Zeppelin 1, there are lots of blues songs that were, well, basically stolen from blues artists in the United States and republished as their own compositions, which, yeah, it's not okay by any standard. And then he went about the miming thing. He went with yes, but also Led Zeppelin did that for one of their documentaries. If I'm not mistaken, the song remains the same. They had some technical issues while recording it live, and they had to overdub it, but they went at lengths by choosing a hall or a concert hall that was similar as in size and echo and all that. So they basically recreated the performance. However, the caveat is that Led Zeppelin, I don't think that if anyone's asking themselves this question, but they, each and every one of them, was an accomplished musician, and they could have played their parts. I mean, they were playing their parts, like, for real. And even though they did an overdub, that means nothing. I mean, okay, overdubs have been done for ages now, or even playbacks, especially in a TV set environment. Even I, with some of the bands I played with back in Romania, we were invited to TV stations, and we couldn't play live. Even though they had like a live set band, you know, it's better for convenience and expediency and all that, and getting a tight production. making sure that nothing will happen. Anyways, he also gave an example of this was leading to his closing argument of his diatribe about this highly super uber polished production thing. And he was giving an example of this singer who thought that Melodyne auto-tune effect, the share thing, I cannot do it anyways, she thought that that was a vocal technique. So of course she practiced it until she could do it like acoustically, which is, yeah, astonishing. And he closed his entire thing with Plato's noble truth. No, with Plato's noble lie, not noble truth. Sorry. And what he was meaning by that was like all this super highly polished production thing, you know, the bling bling Instagram musician thing, would make people like that singer he was talking about to, you know, to start playing like that, to start incorporating the perfect production thing in their live playing. And I get a point of view, but I don't agree to it, because what I think it will happen, and this ties in with my last video, this will just make people super self-aware of their mistakes, hesitations, and little quirks and idiosyncrasies, and would just make people not release anything, like, ever, which I think is quite a pity. And I expect this to be rather the effect of that sort of a production than anything else. Worse even, I would say that people will rather embrace this fake it till you make it, like for real, like what Giacomo did, like fake it slash stealing till you make it mentality, and not even try to get to be better musicians. You know, they would rather, in my view at least, they would rather learn the production trickery to make people believe they can play. So yeah, I mean, I also, so kind of the same point of view had Davey, the bass player, Davey 504, about he was also tackling the miming part. So yes, you can mime your performance as long as you can play it. He was looking at this thing from the technical point of view. He also said like, yeah, I have a good camera, like I think most of us, and I think the phone is the other camera that we have, at least most of us. And if you don't have a huge setup, you know, to film from many angles at the same time, doing it live, yeah, might be very challenging. And I mean, not just doing it live, but repeating the same nuances of your performance. So I totally agree with Davey. Yes, yes, it's true. I mean, sure, the miming thing, the playback thing, the TV, let's say, playback thing, has been happening since forever. Also, Rick Beato was showing some examples. But this is still not the point. I think what kind of what not disappointed, but what I didn't like about Adam Neely's video was this total relativism, you know, like yes, but also they did it, and famous acts and less famous and total frauds like Milli Vanilli and so on and so forth. So I think he kind of diluted the gist of this entire topic into this philosophical diatribe, which I enjoyed, but I think kind of missed the mark. The mark being this this is thievery, and this should be condemned by everyone, like unanimously. And we shouldn't get sidetracked into this side quests of philosophical reasoning. I think is not helping anyone. And I also want to talk about Jack Gardner and Alex Hutchings. They also made clips, and they were two of the victims of this dude. And yeah, they. I mean, Jack was saying something along the lines of. Also, one of Jack's friends got ripped off by this dude, and he contacted Giacomo and told him, "Hey, man, this is not cool. Please don't do that." And seems like Giacomo replied with, "Oh, I'm sorry, I will never do it again," and so on and so forth. And yeah, he continued doing it. So Jack started his video with, "Yeah, he's young, you know, he's in his late 20s, he doesn't know much," and all that. But seems like he knows what he's doing. I mean, he's been told repeatedly, Giacomo, I mean, that what he's doing is not cool, and he's been asked by other musicians to stop doing it, and he didn't. So that's kind of undefendable, you know, however you want to look at it. So, where do I stand? Exactly like I said earlier, I think this entire story, if it's not condemned, and if people like that, people like Giacomo, are not are not disciplined, let's say, in a musical way, of course, this will keep on repeating. I mean, there was years ago also, Leon Todd was talking about one of his videos. He produced the videos years ago about guitar players faking their virtuosity. And it seems like this is a thing that keeps on repeating. But this is even worse than that, because this guy was ripping other people off. So it wasn't just he was speeding up his own videos and his own solos. He was stealing solos from other guitar players, doing an arrangement around them, and posting them as his own. And he got very famous. Even he got some endorsement contracts, all cancelled by now, quite rightfully, I would say so. And yeah, I mean, I think this is highly detrimental, because if people get the idea that they can fake it and they will be making it, you know, and you can steal other people's solos and work, and nothing too bad will happen to you. Well, I think more people will start doing it, and this is very bad for the guitar player community, I would say. I mean, we've been hit very hard with streaming, and we've been hit very hard, financially speaking, with. I mean, the pandemic was quite bad, and we really don't need that as well. So, just to wrap it up, yeah, let's play more, and let's worry less about the perfect aspect of our production and our live playing. Sure, perfection. I mean, I'm also a perfectionist, and I'm kind of like, you know, in two minds about this talk about perfection, at least not about stealing. That's no, that's a big no-no. But about the perfection thing, yeah, but also it's detrimental, because none of us is perfect, and our little quirks and idiosyncrasies is what makes us unique. So yeah, let's not forget about that aspect of our personalities. And yeah, just to wrap it up, don't steal other people's solos, don't appropriate other people's music and styles, don't impersonate other people. And yeah, man, I mean, let's do our thing, right? Let's do our music, let's play more, and let's enjoy life more, I would say, right? So less perfectionism, less self-deprecation, just to remind the topic of my last video, and more, you know, as the French would say, le joie de vivre, you know, the joy of living. Let's do more of that. So yeah, I'm FIDAS. Thank you for watching this. If you made it to here, man, thumbs up. Yeah, I know I go from one topic to another. This is me. What can I do? And yeah, see you in the next one. Ciao.